first contact I had with the Lemurians beneath the earth was, I didn't know anything about them, and that was about 4 years ago. And my friend that I did a healing for, she had a tumour. So when I tuned into her from a distance, she was having really bad headaches post-surgery, and she wasn't recovering well, and she was really, really tired, so she had to sleep during the day. And what I got, which I wasn't expecting because I didn't know anything about them, I connected in with these beings beneath the earth, beneath Mount Shasta in California, and I got that they were Lemurian, and that she needed to have this tumour and recover slowly, because she's really busy all the time, and when she gets tired at night, her body's busy recovering, so there's no time for her to communicate. There's no space within that. So when she was having these sleeps during the day to recover, or because of the tiredness, they were able to communicate with her then, because her role is that she communicates with them and tells them what's going on above the earth. They've got many people that do that. She's one of them. And I got that because she was brought up speaking proper English. She's Victorian, but the way she speaks is totally different to me, like she speaks the good English, and not really any slang. And they said that's why they chose her, or that's why they worked in well, was because she spoke in the way they understand. And it was her job to interpret. But that was one of the key things.
Wow.
Excuse me. So that was the first time I connected with Lemurians.
Wow.
And then there was the Lemurians beneath the earth in Telos. So then after that, I went and researched it, and it was all accurate. And then when I told my friend, she actually totally felt it. I thought she would have said, oh God, that sounds crazy, but so that was beautiful. And then, yeah, I've had a few other things along the way, and now I feel them a lot. So I'm going to be communicating with these beings in Telos. Margot's holding the space, and I'm going to be conscious. I'll close my eyes because I tune in better when my eyes are closed. I'm actually feeling and seeing the visions down there, and then interpreting and communicating the messages. Sound good? Margot's my mentor tonight. Margot Hills. Ono sheseti aretu sereti shia no nana eriti hia hunanana seretu shimanana. Esi aritu ahanana e alo eriti seretu shimanana. So that was a communication and a connection for all of us to connect in with the energy of Telos. I'm just seeing some of the inner workings. There's many different levels. I'm only just learning to navigate my way down here and see, to explore further, because I tend to have gone to the same place when I tune in there, the same place each time, where I see a lot of tunnels within the earth. They're just showing me that they do get light, and they're just showing me the many crystals and the energy from the crystals beneath the earth. Okay, so it's a male being that I'm spending my time communicating with, and I'm just asking him what it is he would like to communicate. That's the most important message for the viewers. Ona shimonana seriti aritu seriti shimanana He's just reminding everyone to receive this message and this language that I'm speaking. Their language, receive that from your heart. Feel it in your heart. He nonai te areto seriti shimonana. He's just sharing that you're not alone in your suffering. They know and feel the suffering that the humans have experienced above the earth for many years. They themselves are familiar with the fifth dimensional energy. They know how to live within that. They lived within that for much of their time on Lemuria. So part of what they will do is when they share the information and the energy through the language that I'm speaking on behalf of them as their messenger, that these messages will be assisting us to feel comfortable in connecting in with and stepping into the fifth dimensional energies. So just for anyone that's listening that doesn't understand what that means, I'll just ask him to give his interpretation. So firstly, when I am asking him and I'm receiving, I'm getting their language first to set the energy forth to you, and then they understand and speak English. So I then get to relay the message in English. So he's just sharing with me the third dimension is the dense energy that we've been living in the time of the suffering and the separateness that we've been experiencing for many thousands of years. But we're now stepping into, the process has already begun, of us stepping into where we will be about oneness, where you don't feel alone and you understand that we're all connected. We're all on the same team, if you wish. We are all made of the same God spark or source energy. We've all originated from the one, so we are one. But we've been led to believe that we're separate. So for some of us, as we go to step into this fifth dimension, for many of us, the old karmic energy, the energy from our ancestry, from the generations before, and from our lifetimes before in the third dimension, they're coming up to clear. So it can be a very difficult time for many at the moment. So for this, he recommends to go and see your healers, whichever modality that may be, or try different ones. Speak to others and find who they've found to be of help. And always feeling with your heart who is the right person for you to work with, to release those old patterns and that energy. And as you release those, you can then step in to the light frequency, to the fifth dimensional energies, where you've removed the darkness or the heaviness. Then the light can enter and you'll feel much more comfortable being within the light. At the moment, for some, love or lightness can feel scary because it's something they're not used to. So many people, most of us, most of the humans have, when I say most of us, that was from me, Kerry, but from the being that I'm a messenger for, he is saying that most of you have had an experience where your heart has closed for protection, whether it may be as a little child when you got in trouble, or whatever it was at some point. It may be your first relationship. At some point when you're wide open and vulnerable and believing in the goodness with your innocence, at some point it's been shown to you that a feeling, you felt hurt, your heart's been injured in some way, so you've put up a layer of protection. So it is now time for those that are ready to move into opening up and freeing some of the pain within the heart and surrounding the heart. So in those times where you do the work, you can open and experience the love, but then you can shut that down into protective mode when you need to. So you won't be unsafe. Just feel into when it's safe to open your heart, and then life feels much more beautiful because you get to experience the love and the beauty that is here on the earth. So feel into finding those people that you feel that you can open up your heart with. It may be a gradual process, but just feel into who is it that I feel that I can trust and be myself with. It's like a feeling of going home when you're with those people. You'll feel safe to be yourself and feel loved for being yourself. All parts of yourself will be accepted within that space. So he's just bringing through, speaking about trust. Many of us don't trust others, and that is understandable due to the pain that we've experienced through lifetimes and through the pain that we carry from our lineage, from our family, through our genetics, through our bloodline. But now is the time to begin to trust. Baby steps. Just gently dipping your toe in the water and just gradually feeling what it might be like to open up your heart and allow your love to radiate and for you to receive love. So just feeling into that loving space now within your heart. So this transmission now is about assisting you to feel that love within your heart and that trust. So just know that right now it is safe to experience this love. Or we're introducing that idea, it's still for you to feel into whether that's okay, whether you trust this transmission. And if you do, if you feel into your heart and your gut says yes, We'll now just sit and receive what's coming through next. Through the loving ones in Telos that are here to support us on our journey. But they remind us, always check in first. If you feel that the energy is okay for you, just because someone says it is, that's not enough. You need to use your own discernment. Always use your own discernment. O shese nana eritu amanae haretu seriti shimanana ola monanana esetutu shiriti hano semonanana hea huna tete seritu shimanana hea loriti eseti ato shimanana. Moyenare te te aho, moyenare te te aho, moyenare te te aho. Oh, that feels good. Can't even talk properly now that I've opened my eyes. So the last, the Moyenare Te Te Aho, is bringing in the Native American language as well, connected with the Lemurian beings. Part of our next steps are that we will incorporate more and more the indigenous teachings into our lives to bring purpose and meaning for us, because we've lost our way with honouring the earth and ourselves and honouring the cycles within the solar system, within the galaxy, within the earth and within ourselves. So there'll be more to come on that, but I think that's enough for now. So just finishing off, I'd like to thank, I don't actually know his name, Nutia Mana is what's coming through right now. Nutia Mana. Well, thank you, Nutia Mana. Thank you for communicating with us. Through me, I'm really grateful to share your wisdom to assist us in our next steps as we walk the earth and connect to all that is. As above, so below. And just sending love out to everyone, and thank you so much for listening and for feeling the message. Yay. Oh, that was so beautiful. Because the interesting thing is, I'm working at this speed because he felt like he was there. When I can't even remember how to say his name now, Nihatio or something. When I'm communicating with him, he gives me the vibe, like he gives me the topic. And then when he gives me the topic of what it's about, it leads me into that which I've learnt. Mm. So I know a lot of that. Mm. So it's being woven between him and my learning of what I've been drawn to know about. Mm. But I'm not sure if part of what I know about is because I'm connected to them. Mm. So it's like this weaving as we walk, and weaving these new dreams of how our reality will be. Mm. So it's like... So I want to thank Margot.
Thanks, mate. That was really good.
I've got my Sage microphone and I'm just going to activate it here. So I was very serious when I was bringing through the information. So now I'm feeling a bit playful with my Sage microphone.
Hello.
And Margot, how was it for you?
It was very, it was beautiful. It was really lovely. The messages were very, good timing on the messages. It was very beautiful.
So you could relate to the information?
Yeah, sometimes I felt like it was especially for me.
You often feel like that.
Yeah, I do.
Don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So you're feeling... Yeah, there's a lot of us that are feeling the same. Hey, is that the heart stuff?
It was the stuff around...
Stop with the microphone.
the separateness, but coming together, and it's safe to have support. I think for me, I've kind of trudged along for a long time without support, and this week that has been really evident. It's come up a few times about how I need to be more welcoming of support and asking for support and finding the right people, the right sources of support. So it's just, we don't have to be separate, we can be together. And that was an important message to kind of solidify some stuff I've been going through this week.
And I'm smiling as well because I can relate to it all. And this meditation group that we're a part of has helped us step into feeling safe to open up and give and receive love as well.
Yeah. And when I'm not here, sometimes I forget that I have it.
Yeah.
But there's like a real call, a real yearning every week to come, and it's like, oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to share?
No, it was nice watching you do your thing live. That was pretty cool. So thank you for sharing that. You're very gifted.
Oh, thanks. You held the space, so that was really important.
That's good. That's good.
And I've just realised I'm wearing my Lemurian crystal.
Oh.
This crystal, I felt it calling me when I was on the plane going from Gold Coast to Victoria, and I got that I had to go and get a clear crystal. Like I could feel it. It was the first time I'd ever had an experience like that. That's probably 3 years ago or something. And then I had all these healings to do. So I didn't think I was going to get time to go to a shop. I was doing them in Ocean Grove. And then I had a cancellation, or the booking time got changed. And my friend said, oh, I'll just take you down to a shop. It didn't have that many crystals in it, but it was where you could make necklaces and things. And then as I walked through the door, I felt this pulling feeling, and I just went over and said, oh my God, can I have a look at this crystal? And she said, oh, it's a Lemurian crystal. Do you know anything about Lemuria? And that's when I'd been having information come through.
Wow.
But yeah.
I was staring at that the whole time you were
Where?
channeling, yeah.
So the Lemurian crystals, I can only go by what I felt about this crystal myself, but if you read about it or talk to crystal people about it, there's etchings where you can see the lines in the crystal,
Wow.
which is where the information was encoded into the crystal, the Lemurian information and wisdom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you answered the first question of mine, you answered straight up, which was, do they get any light underground? That's the thing that plays on me all the time. Anytime anyone talks about an underground civilization, I'm like, how do they survive without the light?
Yeah, I haven't explored through the layers much. I prefer to go with what I experience, but I have done a little bit of reading, and I glanced through some stuff today, and they're talking about the different layers and the different layers in Telos. So we'll explore some of those.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank
Heather.
you. Thanks, love. Oh. This is how the love stuff's done. If you're going to try and open up a little bit, it's safe with some people, you know. Even if you've had pain in your life and it's been closed at times, because I certainly have had that. It didn't feel safe to open up, and it's been little baby steps, but it's so worth it.
It is, really is.